Hello, everybody. It's me again. It's Russell Mills, November 19th, 2018. On a Monday night, I want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's blessed. This video is going to be about the death and the life of Alton Sterling that got killed on July 5th, 2016. Let me tell you guys something because this is stuff that I didn't know, I just looked up. He wasn't a good man. You know what I'm saying? He really wasn't. And I'm not God. I'm not here to act like I'm better than anybody. But he wasn't a good dude at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. Like, the news, the media, they're not always going to tell you all the truth. And some people are not going to tell you the truth. But I just want to read something. I wrote some notes down. It's Alton Sterling. On Tuesday, July 5th, 2016, 37-year-old Alton Sterling was fatally shot by police in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It says there were many graphic videos of the altercation which were released online, which triggered massive media attention. It says Baton Rouge police uniformed officers responded to a disturbance call from a complainant who stated that a black male was selling music CDs and wearing a red shirt, threatened him with a gun. An altercation between Sterling and an officer ensued. Sterling was shot during the altercation. That a homeless man was asking for money, and Sterling threatened him with his weapon, leading to the 911 call, and the police responded, but that remains unconfirmed. This is Baton Rouge police. Blaine S. and Howard Lake approached Sterling outside a Triple S Food Mart. One of them yelled, get on the ground now. But Sterling didn't comply. Audio and witnesses' testimony suggested that Sterling was hit with the taser but remained standing. So the officers towards Sterling had then drew his weapon and yelled, "If you fucking move, I swear to God." As Sterling's right hand continued to fish around both his own waist and the rear officer belt, the officer then screamed something which had been reported as going for the gun, and he's going for the taser. It says, in response, the officer towards Sterling had discharged his weapon. It says, after Sterling is fatally shot, one officer made a shots fired call over the radio, and the officer removed the gun from Sterling's right pocket. It says, while Louisiana is an open carry state, Sterling was on probation, thus it was illegal for him to carry a firearm. My question is, and I'm going to say this about this guy, Alton Sterling. If you was on probation, why would you carry a gun when you don't supposed to, when you're on probation? To me, that's setting yourself up for failure, okay, first and foremost, okay? So I don't know why, not unless he had so much beef in the streets with people that he felt like he needed to carry a gun. And to me, that's like, once again, like I said, you get what you deserve. I'm not saying he deserved to be killed, but here's the thing. If you act like an asshole, if you act like a jerk, if you act like you're a tough guy, this is, you reap what you sow. Remember, what you throw in the universe is going to come back to you. Sandra Sterling, which was Alton Sterling's aunt that raised him because his mother died. He didn't have a mother, I guess his mother died. So his aunt was basically the mother. Says she reported that Alton was a generous man who gave away CDs. Then he sold despite struggling to get his life back on track after being released from prison. Sandra's son, Elliot Sterling, said he was really good at selling those CDs. If somebody asked for blues or country music, he knew all about it. Sterling had 5 children. In 2009, the affidavit of probable cause contends that a police officer tried to pat down Sterling, but Sterling resisted arrest, and the officer ended up wrestling with the defendant on the ground, at which at which time a black semi-auto gun fell from his waistband. The officer grabbed the back of Sterling's shirt during the incident and was able to arrest him without further incident. My question is again, if they did this with this situation and they was able to wrestle him to the ground, get the gun, why didn't they do that for this incident back in July 5th of 2016? That's my question. I don't know. Wasn't there. You wasn't there. Who knows? But my question is, as an officer, you're supposed to make sure you're professional. And of course, you have to do your job, because if you feel like you're in danger, you have to do what unfortunately, you have to be forceful, which is sad. But it's funny how in this situation, he ends up getting killed, and basically in the same situation back then, but let me read more. According to Louisiana court records, Alton Sterling had a criminal record going back to 1996 that included aggravated battery, domestic abuse, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, illegally carrying a weapon with a controlled dangerous substance, failure to register as a sex offender, failure to notify authorities of his change of address, and much more. On August 25th, 1996, 16-year-old Sterling was arrested for trespassing, damage to property, criminal mischief, and illegally possession of a weapon. 2 days later, he was arrested again on an aggravated burglary charge. On November 24th, 1996, Sterling was charged with a simple battery, but the case was dismissed. On October 28th, 1997, Sterling was charged with a simple battery again, but the charges were dismissed. On April 24th, 2000, 20-year-old Sterling was arrested on 2 counts of public intimidation and later convicted of a carnal knowledge of a juvenile after he impregnated a 14-year-old girl, and the mother filed charges against him. It says Sterling was originally sentenced for 5 years in prison, but was released on October 3rd, 2004. In 2005, Sterling was charged with simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling, felony theft, and simple burglary. He pled guilty to illegal possession of stolen things and received 6 months in prison, but the sentence was suspended and he was pleaded on probation. In 2006, Sterling was arrested with the aggravated battery, simple criminal, damage to property, misrepresentation during the booking, possession of marijuana, and unauthorized entry to an inhabited dwelling. He took a plea deal and was sentenced to 6 months in prison. In 2008, Sterling was convicted of domestic battery against a member of his own household and sentenced to 90 days in jail. The probable cause statement that Sterling and his girlfriend were involved in a heated verbal argument that turned physical, with him choking and striking her. Let me tell you guys something. I had a situation with my son's mother where I did that. Okay, I put my hands on her back in 2008. Stupid. Got arrested. I ended up getting probation. I ended up going to in Boston. I live in Massachusetts. I was in the police station for like a couple of days over for the weekend. And let me tell you something, I was so scared, but because I thought I was gonna go do originally like 3 to 5 years. Thank God, the grace of God, I ended up getting probation, but the damage has been done, to the woman, my son, whatever. But I'm just telling everybody right now, don't do that. Men, don't do that to the women. Please don't. Don't do that. I'm just going to read one last thing. On May 29, 2009, Sterling was charged with weapon possession, marijuana possession, resisting an officer by force, possession of stolen things, possession of firearms with drugs, and simple assault, felony in possession of a firearm, and later contempt of a court. Ultimately, Sterling was sentenced to another 5 years in prison for a situation which was very similar to the police encounter which led to his death. In 2015, Sterling was charged with failure to comply with sex offender registration. On April 5th, 2016, Sterling was charged with possession of Schedule I drug ecstasy, and possession of marijuana, first offense. It says at the time of his death, Sterling was a deadbeat dad who owed over $25,000 in child support, according to court records from the state of Louisiana. So once again, everybody, whatever you put into this world, you're gonna get out. You're gonna get either good or bad. So at the end of the day, if you keep throwing out bad stuff, eventually you're gonna have bad stuff happen to you. So that's why I tell people all the time, stop with the bullshit. Okay, and like I said, this guy, he wasn't an angel. Okay, see, I didn't know this information. That's why it's always good to research some things or some people before you even speak, as I'm trying to learn myself. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I would just spew out bullshit, whether it's on these videos or in person with people. So I don't want to spew out bullshit. This is facts. This man was no good. Sad to say, do I believe that he should have been killed? No, I do not. I believe he should not have been killed. But at the end of the day, you reap what you sow in this life. You can either have a peaceful life, everybody, or you could have an angry life, or you can have a miserable life. It's entirely up to you. I want to have a peaceful life. I've been arrested a few times for stupid shit, and it's like it's no fun being in a police cruiser with handcuffs. No, it's not. So even me, with the guy with the bad temper that, really sometimes has lost it many times in my life, I have to chill out, or I'm going to be in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that. But see, I just wanted to make a quick video about this. This is a lesson to learn for everybody. If you're going to have kids, pay attention to them. If you're going to be a person in this world, make sure you make the right choices. Make sure you're a three-dimensional thinker, meaning make sure you plan everything out, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. And one last thing, I have a YouTube channel. Feel free to type in my name, Russell Mills, RUSSELLMILLS. May 22nd, 2017 was my first video called Why Black People Settle for Less. And that's it, basically. But I want everybody to have a blessed night. Take care. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to spread the word if you like. Take care, everybody. God bless. Bye.